Guys, welcome back to another video, guys. Thanks for coming to the channel. If you like this channel so far, if you're interested in seeing more, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're looking to see, what questions you have, what's your struggles in your business. For the last, I would say probably the last 3 to 4 months, I've been heavily more involved in my business. Recently, I took over the Dispo director role, um, and I'm looking to hire more Dispo people. If you guys know anybody, let me know. But I'm constantly looking for hire better talent. If you're interested, or if you know someone that might be has real estate experience, hit me up. But with that being said, today's video you'll hear it's a recording. It is filmed on my phone right here while I was talking to a seller. So the format probably won't be able to see much, but you don't need to see my face. That's all you're looking at in there, right? You don't need a full picture of my face, right? Nothing special. But you'll listen to this convo that I had with a seller who wanted to cancel with us. Originally wanted to cancel. You'll hear in the call. He wanted to cancel. He told us after signing a contract. He stated in a day. It was about 2 days later that he wanted to cancel because his mom passed away. We initially first told him, "Hey, let's just push it back. Let's not cancel this whole thing. We're fine pushing it though a month or two." He said, "No, I want to cancel." We said, "Why?" He says he's just not in the right space right now. We said, "We understand. Let's just push it in a month or two and we could talk again." So about a month later, we talked to him. He says he's willing to start selling now. And, we let him know that, this is the process. Then he said he didn't want to sell. And then we said, well, then we'll have a memorandum. And then we got him back. And then now, about 2 weeks later, we had people go in there he knows their deal. We're having agents come in there. Well, then a family, as you can hear, went in there and it kind of screwed everything up instead of just an agent. So I'll stop talking. I'll let you listen to the video. Took it from a guy that specifically told us that he wanted to cancel and not go with us again. To you'll see what happens at the end. So again, guys, at the end of this, if you get value, please like, subscribe, and if you have any other business problems you're dealing with, leave them down below, and I'll be happy to make some videos on what I would do to either fix those problems or what I would do to help those. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, like I said, leave them down below, and hope you enjoy.
Hello?
John, can you hear me?
Yes.
John, hey, this is Gino. Reaching out to you here about that property on Canyon Lake.
Yep.
Hey man, so sorry about what's all going on. I know it's been back and forth. We've been trying to talk with you. I've been trying to for the last week. I just want to make sure that I understand where you're coming from. I want to make sure you know that I understand your frustrations. I'm looking back through some of the texts about how no one showed up one time there. Obviously, is a big waste of time for you. I'm sure that's very frustrating. So I want to apologize for all that happening.
All right, but it was sold to me as I wouldn't have to show the house.
Okay, so it was. Let me repeat what you just said so I know I can hear you. Sorry, my speaker's going out. It was showed to you as that you were not supposed to show the house, or it was told to you that you weren't supposed to show the house. Is that correct?
Correct. He said, yeah, this is easy, quick, blah, blah, blah. There's no showing, none of that, you don't have to do anything. No repairs, no anything.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Which you don't need no repairs for sure.
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure somebody would want to change something.
Well, yeah, and that would be your job, right? So that wouldn't be coming out of your pocket for that reason. So I'm on the same page. I'm trying to read through some of these messages with you and Austin and stuff like that. So on the agreement, it showed that we had the access period times, right? Now I understand there were only 3 times per week, and the fact that Luis and Austin have been calling you, and I think it's mostly Luis, been calling you to try to do more than 3 times or trying to not set 3 times up with you. I'm with you, man. It's completely unacceptable, and that can't happen. So I know that's frustrating. You're getting called. You're saying, "Hey, look, I'm have to." I was only told 3 times, and now you got 4 times, or Luis is calling me at different times. I'm with you, man. So I want to make it clear that I understand your frustrations with how that 3 days a week went to being more, or in other words, also not being completely lined up. If that makes sense. So I wanted to share that as well. So
Okay, yeah, it also just says the porosity or porosity representative, not families.
Not family, yeah, I know. And so when when Marquise was talking to you originally, he should explain to you, and even on that document, should explain to you that these are retail investors who might be accompanied by agents, right? And so we tell them just to have the agents go out there, and sometimes they bring their whole families out there. Um, and I know that might be frustrating for you since you didn't understand that, and it was our fault for not explaining that. Um, but reality is we can try to tell them and make sure it doesn't happen, but we can't control them, and I'm not saying it's your fault, but we just can't, we can tell them everything and it still might happen like that. Um, so I'm trying to figure.
It wasn't even Luis that showed up. It was just the family.
Really? Yeah.
And, just family.
Yeah. So that's where, like, I'm saying, like, you, in no means do you have to feel any sympathy towards us. I'm not asking that, but that shouldn't have happened. We specifically tell people that they shouldn't be just bringing. There should be some retail agent with them that's taking them through the property instead of there just being a family that shows up. Like, that shouldn't happen, right? And we tell the people that, these other retail partners or the agents, but some people obviously they don't listen. Which again, it's not your fault, John, but and it's really our fault. But I just wanted to, give you a call and try to share, understanding where you're coming from. I understand why you might be upset. I'm just trying to figure out here, what can we do from here to make this work so we can get you your 315 that you wanted.
Well, in the original, Marquis should have told you that I was trying to cancel all this. But he wouldn't allow me to do it. I voiced that to Austin as well a couple times. They said a memorandum contract could be put on
Gotcha.
the house, but I don't want one to be put on there.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, well, come do what you have to do. Lift it, come inspect or whatever.
Yeah. So I know the reason you wanted to sell, when Marquise told me, is you wanted to clear up some debt, right? I think that's what he told me, or he put a notes here, not told me, but I see on the notes here that Marquise said that you're looking to clear up some debt on the property.
Correct.
And would us getting you that 315, I mean, again, I know it was delayed because you decided you didn't want to sell and all that stuff happened, but would that getting you that money to clear up that debt, is that not important to you anymore?
No, not immediately.
Yeah.
Going to this, the whole reason I put off, and Marquise told me that he was like, we'll talk about that later, because my mom was in hospice.
Oh, shit.
The same, maybe 2 hours, if that, after our initial call, I got a call saying, hey, the doctor's telling the family to go meet at the house, their hospice is taking her home, blah, blah. Well, that same day is when I tried to call him back. I had to call 20 different people to get somebody on the phone to talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wouldn't let me out of it. So but he said, we'll talk later when when you've dealt with that.
I think it was Jonathan, right? He told you talk in a month or something.
Correct. Well, that was Marquise.
Gotcha.
So we'll put this on hold. We'll talk in a month, and weigh your options there. Fine. Went home, stayed 2 weeks there. She was in hospice. She lasted that whole time. She wasn't doing good. The day Austin was supposed to meet here, when I talked to him, was July 17th, and that's the day she passed. So then I went back. Now when I came back, I talked to Austin again. Said, hey, Marquis said this, I was going to be able to make a decision whether I wanted to sell or not. And then that's when the whole, they're going to put a memorandum contract on the house, blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about your mom, man. Sounds like she meant a lot to you.
Oh, she did to all of us. There's 11 of us kids.
Oh, really? 11?
Yep.
Holy cow. So she had a full plate on her hands for sure. 11, that's crazy. That's great. It sounds like she did a good job managing all 11 since, just talking to you.
Yeah. she did an outstanding job.
It's amazing. All right, so John, I mean, we got people that want to still come, are still interested to get you that price over there at 315. I know it's not been the most perfect situation, the whole perfect process. I know we've screwed up on multiple fronts. I know you changed your mind, you want to do this. I mean, I know it hasn't been the most prettiest of things. That's for sure, right? I think we both agree on that.
Definitely have not.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. What should we do now, you think?
To be honest, I'm hoping this time runs out and we're done.
Yeah. Well, on the agreement, it obviously does state you give us that additional access to the property, right?
It does. It says a ferocity representative.
Buyers or
Not
buyer
family.
buyers or buyers representatives, right?
Correct?
So these retail investors we're partnering with are our buyers and representatives. Now, family isn't, but the agents that we're working with are.
And that's what I explained to Austin. I said, I understand the agents, that's fine.
Yeah. So what I can do going forth is I can make 100% clear that only and only people can go if they have their agent with them. It can't be just a family member showing up to the property, or families. I mean, it can't be that. It has to be only agents and agents with family members as well. Right? That makes sense. I can make that a mandatory thing so that never happen. I also can make it that, John, that it's only 3 set times per week that we could have people go with your
that's what the contract says.
yeah, with your approval. We can get those 3 dates together and only be in at this time during that part of the week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm still not on with the family. I thought inspectors were going to come, because that's how it was told to me. It's like, no, you don't have to show any of that. We will have people out, going to come look, inspect things. I was like, sure, I understand that.
Yeah, no, and here's the thing. Those people, they should be inspecting the property. If we decide to work with them, then they're going to get a true, actual inspector out there. But when the people go there, there should be inspecting the property. They are looking through the property. It shouldn't just be family members, though. It shouldn't be. I'm with you on that. It needs to be. There needs to be an agent with them. But they're inspecting the property if it's going to fit their needs, and then after that point, they're going to decide if they need it. If they're interested, if they want a true inspector in it. Again, the reason we do the strategy that we did is, one, we can give you more money doing it this way versus if we just purchased it in 15 days or 10 days, we would be at a lower price, John, which I know you want 315. And so Marquis should explain the way we can get that is if we can bring in these retail investors that are accompanied by agents, which apparently some of these aren't accompanied by agents, but these retail people that are coming in to purchase it. And what they can do is they go in there and they do their inspections and they tell us, hey, look, I got this and this that wants to be done. Hey, I don't like this, Gino, with the property. Or, hey, look, I think I can, I want this fixed. So that way it saves us as the buyers, time to having to go find these people once we purchase it from you. It saves a significant amount of time. So that way that's why we could pay you more money. So them being there and inspecting the house, like they're looking through the house, it doesn't need to be cleaned. It's not a showing like you got to put an apple pie in the microwave or in the oven. It's literally just for them to go look at it and nothing more than just not, need the house completely cleaned up, right? And there shouldn't be just family members. It should be obviously more, which I've already explained, but hope that makes a little more clarity into it.
Yeah, it does.
Is your goal never to sell this house? Is that what, I mean, I know you were trying to clear debt before, but what's your goal now?
Yeah, not to sell at all. Ever.
Never to sell it. what changed between now and then? I know it was the debt thing, but what changed?
Because my father might be having to come live with me now. He can't be on his own the whole time now.
Gotcha. So if you sold this, what would happen? Would you just buy another place?
Well, I would have to try and find another place.
Yeah. Look, man, I don't want to force you to leave your house if, you know, again, you have a, if you really don't want to. I mean, in the past, you've told us you did. I don't want to force you. What we could do, John, if you rather do, look, one first thing is, I mean, obviously we have an interest to get this done and get you the price you wanted originally when you told us and signed the contract. Like we want to still do that. Another option, I'm just being frank with you, John, is like we could put this on hold like we did. If you're gonna have your dad live with you, and this whenever the time comes up that you're gonna sell again, that you know we can come over there and we can get you the price like we have here. We can work this out again, or we can potentially even help you just list it on the market to get it sold for the highest price. But if you really, I'm not trying to hold you in handcuffs against your will in terms of selling right now. If it's better, we can revisit this down the road.
Yeah, what does that do with a lien though on the house?
Well, we have a contract to buy your property, John, that has particular stipulations. And because we're not getting our side, or we're not able to get access here the last 3 weeks plus, like, we're going to keep that contract in place. But again, down the road, we'll just re-engage with each other to get this process just like we did a month ago. Now, it could be a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. We're not going to pursue you on any matter because me and you are talking right now. We're not going to pursue you for performing on the contract. We'll just wait till you come back after whenever you decide to move again. Does that make sense? Or we just get this thing going. We do what we all said we were going to do. We start this process. We get this thing closed by mid-September, whatever the date was. And you get the price you wanted 2 months ago. We get what we wanted, and we both walk away as friends.
So if later on I want to sell, the price is going to be the same?
Yeah, because it's locked in on the contract, you know. But yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, more to answer your question, yes, but I really wanted to find a way to solve it now for you. But if it's really such a pain, like it's a big and like it's something that's, you know, especially with your dad having to move back, like I'm fine waiving it right now for you, you know, and then revisiting it. You know, what do you think you want to do?
Well, I think I don't want to sell.
Yeah, I like that. So if you don't want to sell it at all, then I'll just tell them to put it on hold. We'll go back to just to have that notice of interest on the property, and we'll just wait. You just let us know when you want to sell again. How about that then? I'm not here trying to convince you to do other things. You know, if you don't want to sell, I'm not going to force you to sell it. You know.
Okay, so if we continue with it now,
Yeah.
no fire and bar, when's the contract end? The 27th?
Well, I mean, the reality is he didn't give us much the time that we were supposed to have throughout this whole thing. But yeah, on my notice here, give us a shot to get it done for you. I think we have here on my side the 27th of September with due diligence to the 12th. So, yeah. We can't do it if you give us everything we said with access 3 days a week and we can't do it by the 27th, then yeah, we would have to cancel. And it's off your record, it's off the contract, it's off everything. So it's either you get 315 by the 27th of September, or we just walk away as friends, you know, and you keep the property and nothing Nothing's on the property. Nothing's attached to the property, if that makes sense.
Let's just keep it going.
You sure?
No, but I don't want to have this lien the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking to sell with anyone else or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why it's on there, you know. So my understanding, John, you're ready to move this back into place. We'll try our best to get it done. We'll make sure what 3 days, what times per week is good for you, and I'll make sure Luis only knows we can do these 3 times. Do you have any particular ones? I think Tuesdays you're out, right? It says except Tuesdays. Is there?
Yeah, normally Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes I have to go in the office on Thursdays.
You're off or
Saturdays and Sundays are always open.
Okay. So let me just put Saturdays and Sundays, and then what's one other day? Could you do like Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday's fine.
Wednesday. Okay. Now, it might not be good just to get. I know I said to get 3 specific times. What I'll do then is I'll put on your Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. Is there any times I'm gonna try to give them a 24-hour notice minimum on each of those dates? So you would have a notice 24 hours. Do you need more time? Do you think 48 hours? I'm just trying to work it out here.
24 hours is fine.
Yeah, so 24-hour notice minimum. And I'll let Luis know that they must have their agent. Must have their agent. And it shouldn't take long at all. But what I'll do is I'll tell Luis to make that call here. And we'll continue this, John, as if it was before. I'll let Austin know as well. And we'll try to get this done for you by September. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like I said, we'll both walk away as friends. We'll take that thing off, and there'll be nothing there.
All right.
Is that all right, John?
Yep.
All good. Hold on, I'm just making some notes. Specific times that are in access time. Cancel if you can't have him past September 27th. So, all right, John, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for taking my call. I know you're a busy guy. I'm sure you got a lot going on. I value your time, so I appreciate you taking that call with me. I'm glad we're able to get some sort of solution here and get this thing figured out. So, if you need anything from me directly, if you see something messing up, again, come to me. Let me know. Save this number here as Gino again, Gino, and I'll make sure I will help you out.
All right.
Sound good, John. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy the rest of the week. Happy Monday, and we'll talk to you.
All right. Thanks.
Yep. Bye-bye.